Hey guys, Charlie here from StogieReview.com with another video for you. Between all of the unbearable heat and rain the past week or so, I haven't been able to smoke too much, so all I have today for you is a quick first impressions video. Got something different for you that I pulled out of my humidor. This is the Tatuaje Proto 2. Let's see if you can see that. This is a cigar that actually came in last year's Saints and Sinners smoking kit. All it says on the band is Proto 2, so without any outside information, you know, it's really sort of up to you to figure out what's going on here. Thankfully, thanks to our friends at cigarphoto.net, Jay, who did a nice overview last October about all the cigars in that Saints and Sinners kit. We know that the Proto 2 is an original unreleased blend of La Casita Criolla, a cigar that I like quite a bit actually. It was in my top 5 cigars last year. One of the things that's different about this prototype is, whereas the final La Casita Criolla was 100% broadleaf, something kind of unusual, this Proto 2 changes that up a little bit. The wrapper is still USA Connecticut broadleaf. The binder is a blend or a combination of broadleaf and Nicaragua tobacco, and then the filler is broadleaf, Nicaragua, and Mexican tobacco. So we've got sort of a difference here, obviously, between the all broadleaf final version of La Casita Criolla and the prototype that was a little different. So that leads me to think that obviously, Pete's intent from the beginning was not to make La Casita Criolla 100% broadleaf cigar, but that's where he got to eventually in the final blend. So as you can see from the pictures, the wrapper here, even though it's supposed to be the same leaf, is actually a little bit lighter. Whether there's more fermentation or whatever going on in the final version, it's got some lighter coloring. The cigar feels nice and well rolled, no soft spots or anything. Typical Tatuaje and my father, good construction. Smelling the cigar, just sort of a, I don't know, like earthy, maybe a little chocolate mixed in. Smelling the foot, there's earth, there's chocolate, and a little bit of spicy wood. From the cold draw, I've been getting like a sweet and sour, or a sweet and spicy, earthy taste. So anyway, I'll go ahead and light this up, and then I'll come back and let you know how things are going in the first third. All right, wrapping up the first third here of my Tatuaje Proto 2 from the 2011 Saints and Sinners smoking kit. Things are off to a pretty good start. Right off the bat, tons and tons of dense, heavy smoke, and I've actually been watching it carry away. It's a pretty still day, wind-wise, lots of humidity, but I'm watching the smoke carry away 30 feet at least into the parking lot. That smoke is really syrupy. The mouthfeel of it, really syrupy texture. Flavor-wise, getting a lot of spicy graham cracker with some cream and an underlying earthiness. The ash on one side has been pretty white and nice and dense, and the other side is getting a little flaky, and we've got a bit of a wave bordering on a canoeing going on. Maybe there's a tiny void in there. Hopefully that'll self-correct. The draw is maybe just a touch snug, but no big deal. Still getting lots of great smoke, and there's another component in the flavor, really sort of an intense twang that comes and goes. So all in all, pretty good. Definitely kind of different from the final version of La Casita Criolla, but you can kind of tell that there's a similarity between them. So I'll keep smoking, and I'll check back in with you in a couple minutes. All right, finished with the second third here on my Tatuaje Proto 2, and the burn got a little uncontrollable for a minute, and I almost had to step in and take some decisive action to correct it, but fortunately it straightened itself out. It was getting really flaky, and was kind of like the opposite of a canoe, where in canoeing, you know, you have sort of a part of the wrapper will burn a lot faster than the rest. It was sort of the opposite. There was like a peninsula of wrapper leaf that was staying unburnt, while everything else burnt around it. To me, that suggests that they were still working on the exact leaf positioning to get everything burning properly. Flavor-wise, I'm getting sort of a buttery caramel primary note with some earthy undertones, and that intense twang kept up, which was pretty nice. Other than that, things are going pretty good. I think I still like the La Casita Criolla final release better than this, but it's interesting to sort of see how a blend develops as they're sort of figuring it out, trying out different things. So I'll smoke the rest of this and then check back in and share my final thoughts. All right, wrapping things up here at the end of the Tatuaje Proto 2. And as you can see, the burn has corrected itself very well. The ash is looking nice and white and pretty tight. All of that without any correction or anything whatsoever. I just sort of had to endure that rough patch, and everything worked out well at the end. So still producing tons of thick smoke, and flavor-wise, I'm getting mostly a red pepper spiciness at this point, which is pretty enjoyable. So like I said in the last segment, I do prefer the final version of La Casita Criolla to this prototype, but what I've really liked here is the opportunity to gain a greater appreciation for the process of developing a blend, you know, both the flavor aspect, but also in terms of the construction and burn and everything that goes into that. Obviously, we can't see the actual the actual process, but we can see some of the evidence, some of the byproducts. So, you know, especially with this being part of the process of developing a cigar that I thoroughly enjoy, you know, the La Casita Criolla. So, you know, that's something really cool about what Pete's done with the Saints and Sinners smoking kit, providing these prototypes in there to sort of get that, you know, exclusive look into everything going on there. So yeah, so that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this interesting, and I'll see you next time.